Bon, je suis avec Rajeev Pant, c'est ça? Rajeev Pant. Donc rue des Marquettes à Paris. Et donc il a un centre qui s'occupe beaucoup de différentes choses. Mais là, il va nous parler spécialement de l'astrologie, de la Jyoti. Alors j'ai donné quelques questions. On va parler un peu en français, en anglais, on va voir. Among the questions I asked you, which one you want to start with? Which one is more interesting for you for a start?
What you can say and premier question, what you can say and predict using your astrology.
Yes.
This was your first question.
So let us try to answer to his first question, please.
So, astrology in Indian Jyotish, the subject is go very deep, rather searching in astrology only health, wealth. We want to search deeper what is origin of person, what person meant to be,
D'accord.
what person has potential.
Can you say it in French? We see if you are better in French or in English.
I don't think so.
Donc, okay. Donc vous voulez dire que l'astrologie doit préciser pourquoi les gens sont faits, quelle est leur mission, quelle est leur orientation. What is the reason of being here? In a way.
Yes, what is person came to be here.
Voilà, c'est ça. Donc c'est un point de vue it's karmic approach or
it is approach to find person identification first.
Yeah, oui,
first thing to find identification. Second thing to find what is potential in this person. For example, Descartes become Descartes because he has one potential of creativity with poetry, with philosophy. Buddha become Buddha because when they check Buddha astrology, Buddha born that time astrologer check astrology. They say if it born, it will take out, he will go out from his regime. And Buddha left regime.
Yes,
though
right.
Buddha father very much tried to keep him
Yes.
in, but he did not.
Donc Monsieur Rajiv cite le cas de Descartes, de Bouddha, et il dit que notre destin, est écrit et fixé à la naissance, et que même si on essaye d'empêcher les choses, malgré tout, ça va quand même se produire, ça va arriver. Even if you try to prevent it, it will arrive.
It will arrive.
Yes. And so each person has a special mission on this earth.
Yes, each person has to be, because all are unique.
Nous sommes tous uniques.
So human play important role to connect with each other.
C'est ça. Nous sommes uniques, mais nous devons vivre avec les autres.
Yes.
Nous sommes reliés aux autres.
Yes. So, but if possible, one person can be more influential as a personality like Gandhi or Martin Luther King, and another person can born with simplicity, just with their work like
Private life.
People, very simple.
Oui, donc c'est important ce que vous dites. Effectivement, il y a des leaders, des leaders qui sont comme Gandhi, comme Martin Luther King, qui doivent agir sur l'ensemble d'un peuple ou d'une communauté, et d'autres personnes dont la vie est limitée à avoir des enfants, une famille, et qui ne vont pas avoir beaucoup d'influence sur le monde.
Yes.
Est-ce qu'on peut savoir, Monsieur Rajiv,
Yes.
en regardant le thème,
Yes.
si la personne a un destin exceptionnel, un destin qui va l'amener à agir sur le monde, ou au contraire, si son destin est plus modeste et plus limité?
Yes, we can see. That's why we do. To identify what can this person identification and what is has potential.
It is very important to know from the beginning who is supposed to have to play an important role.
Yes, realizing the potential.
Yes. And can you tell us astrologically what are the main signs to see if someone has a great future?
Usually it depends on nakshatra and also some planet like Jupiter or Saturn. For example, Saturn is in higher level, it creates spirituality. Jupiter in very higher level of degree, it creates leadership. So it also depends, and then it's very complex because in Vedic astrology we make more charts. For example, first chart is just Janam Kundali, Lagan Kundali we can say. After we make Navam Chakra.
Voilà. Donc en astrologie hindoue, on dresse plusieurs cartes, plusieurs thèmes. Ce n'est pas une astrologie avec un seul thème. Chaque thème est organisé sur une technique particulière, sur un critère particulier.
And then we go, what is this technique like? First is Lagan. Lagan means just to see our ascendant and when we born.
Lagna, oui, c'est ça.
Yes.
Donc il faut regarder Jupiter, Saturne et l'ascendant.
Yes.
Et ça permet déjà de voir si la personne a un fort potentiel.
Then we look Navams. Navams
Les
means
Navamsa,
1/9.
Un neuvième, oui.
So we look more like jumel, like binocular,
Microscope,
more
oui,
deeper.
oui. Donc on a des outils en astrologie védique qui permettent d'aller de plus en plus dans la précision.
Yes. Then we look Hora Chakra. Hora means
C'est l'astrologie horaire. Non.
Hora Chakra.
Oui, oui.
Hora. Hora means to see what is fortune is bringing this person, what kind of potential fortune.
Donc il y a d'autres techniques, l'aura sastra, qui permet de déterminer si la personne aura beaucoup de chance, par exemple.
And then after we cross by Kal. Kal means period, like Saturn period, Sun period. So every period called Dasa.
Dasa, voilà. Donc ça je connais bien. Chaque dasa, c'est 7 ans, 10 ans, 15 ans, enfin c'est assez long le dasa. Et alors il y a les sous-dasas.
16 years, Saturn, 19 years, Dasa.
Et les dasas, c'est fixé d'après la lune, je crois, je sais pas.
Yes,
On commence le début du dasa, c'est la position de la lune dans les nakshatras.
Any dasa can start. Some people start from Rahu dasa, some start from
Oui,
Jupiter dasa.
c'est ça.
It's not fixed. It depends on nakshatra. Which nakshatra you born.
Oui,
it comes.
c'est ça.
Through this.
Voilà. Et le nakshatra, il est fixé par la lune, c'est spécialement, non?
Nakshatra is one with lune, yes, because every sign has 3 nakshatras.
Oui.
All around 26 nakshatras and 12 signs.
Oui. Donc les nakshatras, c'est une division du signe, effectivement, mais ce sont aussi des étoiles.
Yes, étoile, you can say nakshatra, because, for example, Mesh Rasi, Aswani, Bharani, Kartika, like every Rasi means sign,
Oui.
has 3 nakshatras.
Voilà.
So, person born out of 3-1, for example, Tula Rasi, Sadvisa, Swati. So, I born in Chitra nakshatra, so Sadvisa, Swati, Chitra, area 3. So, 1 nakshatra is correspond to 1 Rasi finally. This called nakshatra, constellation of that time.
C'est-à-dire qu'il y a 12 signes, there are 12 signs, 12 rasis, 28 nakshatras, 27, and they are dispatched between the 12 signs.
Yes.
So it doesn't give 3, it is not exactly 3 by sign.
No, after 1 nakshatra come with 1 Rasi, 1 nakshatra.
Ah.
For example, Tula Rasi means maybe Swati nakshatra. Tula Rasi may be possible.
Okay. So the nakshatra fixes the dasa.
Yes, nakshatra.
If you have a certain nakshatra when you were born, you start with a certain dasa, and afterwards all the dasas will continue one after the other until you are dead.
Yes.
120 years. Or
yes. And what time you bring, it creates kal, like in kal, like person born in a golden period, in a silver, quiz, they have different paya. Paya means in that time food. In this, so all people born with something, specialty with metal also. It's called chandi ka paya, lohe ka paya, loha se ferrous. So this is also important to understand what metal in person.
Le métal de la personne. On détermine le métal de la personne. Chaque personne a son métal, et ce métal, quand on connaît, when you know the metal,
Yes.
you have to use it. You have to put it on your jewels, and
Yes.
And you have to carry this metal. How many metals do you have in astrology?
Astrology, we usually use 3 metal very much, 3, especially ferrous, iron, argent, silver and gold.
So each one of us has one of these 3 metals
Yes,
as a special metal.
Yes,
For example, you are what you are. You are iron.
Tula.
You are gold. You are
I am
silver.
Tula.
Hmm?
I am Tula. I use silver metal.
Silver metal.
Yes.
Yes. And I am what metal? You don't know. It depends.
I have to know.
Yes. So there are only 3 types
Yes,
from this point of view.
Finally, we use also stones also.
Les pierres précieuses, oui.
Yes, but this part come in remedy.
Oui, c'est pour la côté médical, oui.
Because I did not talk to you yet. First is identification, next is potential, and third part is obstacles. Obstacles means problems.
Ah oui.
Obstacles.
Ah oui, les obstacles.
Yes,
les obstacles, ça c'est les potentialités, et après les obstacles qui vont se présenter sur le chemin de la personne.
Yes. Sometimes even successful people, either Mahatma Gandhi or Rockefeller, they have also problems.
Yes.
So this problem also we predict in astrology. And mostly problems because person is first is matter, bhautik, matter. So definitely in matter, in body, that means physical body, it is going to ill sometime.
Donc among obstacles, the problem of illness is one of them.
Yes.
But not only illness.
No, other thing, but first is illness.
D'accord, donc on va étudier avec beaucoup de précision en astrologie védique toutes les maladies que la personne peut attraper, et le moment, the time also of this, the time when it becomes ill.
What kind is what time is very fabulous?
Weak.
Weak. What time is weak? So weak time we have to predict, because when nakshatra and period is weak, person get disease, and disease blocks soma. For example, if somebody want to go meditation is good, yoga, but he has back problem, so he cannot be better. So we have to know what is illness person come, what is weakness. So astrologer, sometimes they do Ayurveda also, or Ayurveda people do astrology also, to understand.
Ayurveda, oui. Donc,
what is good
oui.
food for person.
Oui, and at the same time, if you say to someone that he will do certain things at a certain age, and if he dies before, he will not be able to do it, for instance.
Yes.
It's a major obstacle,
Yes.
which will cancel the prediction.
Yes.
If he doesn't, so he can have a very nice prediction, but if his state of health is bad,
Yes.
it will not be so good. It will not happen.
Prolong his goal.
He will not reach his goal.
Yes,
Il n'arrivera pas au but parce que il n'aura pas surveillé sa santé.
Yes.
Donc ça veut dire que l'astrologue indien, he has to know quite a lot about medicine to be efficient.
Yes, but they use as a medicine mostly pear, gemstones.
It's a
For
rather...
example, I have also gemstones that
Yes.
I use for gemstones. I use for astrology. There are gemstones for chakra, for astrologically. I am using them also.
So it is a simple medicine, certainly.
Yes.
Rather simple.
It's more energetic.
Yes,
way.
yes.
But then they go to Ayurveda, then they prescribe
Yes.
like medicine herbs.
But not all astrologers are good in Ayurveda, or is it connected to be to have Vedic astrology and Ayurveda at the same time?
It's better because I was born in my family. Many people were yogi or Ayurveda people, and many people were astrology. So I got both things together in my genetics.
D'accord. Donc vous êtes à la fois un spécialiste de l'astrologie védique et de l'Ayurveda.
Ayurveda.
J'ai connu, I have known someone a long time ago, Chandrasekhar Thakur. He lived in Bombay, and he was at the same time a doctor in Ayurveda and astrologer. Yeah. It was in 76, I think. Okay, so d'accord. Donc, at this level, it is important to remember that the knowledge of obstacles is necessary, because the obstacles will be also obstacles to the prediction. So the prediction will not be completely realized if the obstacles haven't been neutralized.
And also in obstacle, another thing after illness is resources. Resources means what person can use resources, because everybody is not economically rich. Like Abraham Lincoln was very poor. Jesse Owens, he was poor, but they find his resource. And resource is very important to grow.
So for the same time, if people have no resources, ils n'ont pas d'argent, they can be also a handicap for their achievement.
Yes, they have to know their present, how to run themselves to go higher. Because all small businessmen can be big businessmen if they know how to use right resources.
So you say that to be a successful person, you have to have a certain gift in money?
No, you have to pick up what you can find easily to earn right now.
You have to find in what way you can earn your living easily.
To go higher in this way, even spiritually or materially.
So for instance, someone wants to do certain things which are important, but he has also to have a job. And maybe his job is not exactly what he wants to have, but it will help.
Definitely. For example, Alexander Graham Bell. So anyway, he was poor, but he know how to use his resources. So finally, he did so many inventions. His idea was not be rich man, but his idea, he was passionate to many research. But he supported as just working very normal as a...
Bon, donc après la question des obstacles, il faut que l'astrologue aide la personne à trouver dans quel domaine elle peut gagner sa vie avec une certaine facilité, dans quel domaine on peut gagner. Par exemple, moi, if I ask you what are my resources, you can tell me in which field I can get money for doing things I want to do. For instance, you can say, well, you want to be a writer, but you also have to open a shop in I don't know, to sell gems. I know it is sometimes it is different. So is it connected with second house in the chart or something?
Yes, it's house of love. Love is 11th house also and second house also.
D'accord.
Together, what you can get profit immediately.
Donc les maisons 2 et 11 sont utiles pour aborder cette question des ressources. Et pour les obstacles, what are the houses which will indicate the obstacles? 6, 12?
It's house of Chatru is yes, it's 8 number, but the thing for obstacle it's complex little because
aspects also.
It is related with many planets. They are Mitra or Chatru.
Yogas.
They are enemy or
oui.
in affinity
oui,
or friends.
Oui, c'est pour les obstacles. Il y a des problèmes qu'on n'a pas en Occident, c'est-à-dire il y a des planètes qui sont bien entre elles, qui sont amies, ennemies entre elles. Et ça, on a perdu. We have lost this concept in Western astrology.
What eyes they look, in which degree, 30 degree, 40 degree, in which complete degree, which degree they look each other also. And that creates...
but it's a rather complex study.
This is complex.
Yes. So let's come back to another...
Yoga. This is called yoga.
Oui, c'est ça. Des combinaisons. Yoga.
Yes,
yoga.
It's not yoga like...
Non, mais ça s'appelle aussi comme ça. It has the same name. Yoga, ce sont des corrélations avec plusieurs facteurs. Many factors have to be connected to mean some certain things.
For example, one name is Gaj Kesri Yoga. One name of yoga it looks like that.
Oui.
Gaj Kesri Yoga.
Yes.
Raj Yoga.
Oui. Donc there are big books about that.
Yes.
With all these all the connections are studied.
Originally, Maharaj Bhragu was one Dev called Bhragu. He created one text, it's called Bhragu Samhita. It was the original text, and another very old sage, one Rishi Jyotishi Parasar.
Oui.
He created Jyotishi Parasar. It is one older foundation of Jyotishi.
Parasara et Yagu.
Bhragu.
Et il y en a un autre qui s'appelle le Vrajataka.
Vrajjatak.
Oui. Ça, c'est, comment s'appelle-t-il? Who is the author? You don't remember?
Yes, Vrajjatak. Vrajjatak came after compilation.
Oui.
It is Bhragu was very original who created, or Rishi Parasar.
Oui.
But after it came, mythologically, the story is very old, like Ganesha is the god of...
Varamira.
Varmir. But it's very interesting. Also, Raman was great.
I met him.
I met also Raman Samhita.
B.V. Raman.
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 Ramayana in mythology, epics.
Raman, d'accord.
Raman.
Gita, yeah, okay.
Raman also created Raman Samhita. It's very interesting book.
Donc là, on parle de ces grands astrologues qui ont laissé des livres. On a cité Parasara, Dragu, et même le dieu Raman.
No, c'est pas Dieu. Raman was fighting with Rama, but he was Brahman. He was great Brahman.
He was a hero, sort of.
In astrology, yes, in astrology he was very sharp mind. He created Raman Samhita also. It exists also. I have this book also.
Yes. So you have to compose to study those books so it takes time to make a good chart study.
Very much time. My father also astrologer, and myself I also studied 23 years astrology. After I started to look, before 23 years, completely I was interested in.
But you can also, even if you use only the dasas, it can be useful.
Yes.
If a person knows for a long time she is in a certain dasa,
yes,
it will help.
Definitely, because dasa means bhog, means it has to be suffer, bhogna saviri, it has to be, it will come. So certain dasa gives certain type of result.
Right. But so sometimes it's a long time for a dasa.
Yes, but mostly dasa starting and ending that give resulta. In middle, nothing. When dasa start, it brings very big change in life.
Okay.
And when they go,
there is a new dasa coming.
Yes. Then they go, they bring problem. But after next dasa, if it's good dasa, it bring good thing. So
Oui.
people are
Donc,
happy
enfin,
when dasa change.
what you mean, ce que vous voulez dire, c'est que pour les dasas, il faut surtout s'intéresser quand un nouveau dasa commence. It has to be. It is important when a new dasa coming and when it is ending.
Yes.
And when another coming.
Yes. That
So
time is very critical time.
Yeah, there are certain moments in life where you have end of a dasa,
Yes.
beginning of a new dasa,
Yes.
and generally this is a very important time in the life of the person.
Yes. Yes.
The rest of the dasa is not significant
Yes.
as much.
The rest of the sa is more time of person, more linear. It's not
Oui.
up and down. But dasa changing, person can die, person can reach, person can change.
So you have been
personality.
very upset when there was a change of dasa in your life, yourself?
No, because I already know my result of dasa, and I was in Saturn dasa. That gave me very much spirituality. 19 years I was in Saturn dasa, and it helped me very much to grow spiritually. So around 19 years more than I was in ashram. J. Krishnamurti, Osho, Maharishi Ramana, Amma,
Sai Baba,
Sri Ram, Shankar, Sai Baba, all ashram around. I was traveling in my dasa because Saturn bring me to go everywhere. But in this way I learned many things.
It was a long dasa. How long?
19 years.
Yes,
Saturn
19 years.
19 Saturn dasa always bigger.
So.
And when last also dasa start, finish Jupiter come, is also I was in ashram. Finally I came to Paris to establish. So, but this dasa make me to wandering around.
But the problem with the dasa, from the point of view of Western astrologers, is that it has nothing to do with astronomy. In fact,
yes,
it is a sort of. It is not. It's the name of the planet, but it's not the planet itself.
It's true, but dasa, because every planet has their own effect in Earth, and Earth has effect finally personally in an individual. So this dasa is not for planet, because astronomically you cannot see significance, but very sukshma, very subtle. In subtlety, definitely its effect person.
So, donc je disais à Rajeev que les dasas ne correspondent pas à la durée des dasas, les planètes qui correspondent aux dasas. Il n'y a pas de réalité astronomique derrière. Donc, astrology is not limited to astronomy, in fact.
No. Astrology...
The connection between astrology and astronomy is complex, in fact.
Yes, complex.
Subtle.
Yes, definitely. For us, that's why in Indian astrology, moon sign create our sign. If I born in Capricorn, but sun sign is not important in astrology.
Donc la position de la Lune pour déterminer le signe de base de la personne, il vaut mieux regarder la Lune, le signe où se trouve la Lune, que le Soleil.
Why Lune? Because moon create very much ups and down in our body, because moon, same like in earth, water move with moon. There tide come, water go, and we are 70% water. So when moon go higher, lower, it change our water also same time.
Oui.
So moon is more effective for our body, our chemical, our mind also.
Donc Rajeev nous explique pourquoi la Lune est si importante, et notamment parce que elle a des effets sur l'eau, sur les marais, sur la mer, etc. Enfin, comme notre corps est fait d'eau, nous sommes très marqués par la Lune. I read recently that the moon in the Mahabharata, she is a man, not a woman.
Yes, in epics it's man, woman, but it depends. If you use in yoga, then moon is woman, because Ida and Pingla, they are two nadi. Ida nadi se nadi the loon, Pingla se nadi the solai. So principally moon is receptive and sun is more active. But in astrology, planets are more behave like men. Planets are more behaving like men because sometimes they are aggressive also. That's the reason. But in body, we have differently idea of sun and moon because they are related with our nadi. But definitely, if you compare, sun is the more male part in Indian astrology and moon is more female because sun has more energy and moon take energy from sun.
Oui. It's true, we know that. In fact, on est en train de parler de la Lune et du Soleil. Il dit que finalement, quand même, le Soleil est plus fort que la Lune, que l'énergie de la Lune vient du Soleil. I have the feeling that you are using a modern argument.
No,
because hundreds, thousands of years ago, the people did not know that the moon light came from the sun. It is a knowledge which is rather recent.
No, it's very old because Sital Savidir cold, is written in astrology and Veda. Moon is cold, we use not only in astrology, we use also in chakra healing also. Because when you put your stone in moon, it gives you coldness. And when you put your stone in sun, they will be get more fire. So we know through Veda this. Okay, we don't know this that moon energy is coming from sun, but definitely Ayurveda people, astrology people, they know moon is Prakriti. Prakriti means nature of moon is cold and nature of sun is hot.
Donc ce que dit Rajeev, c'est que bien qu'on n'ait pas connu à l'époque que la Lune avait sa lumière qui venait du Soleil, ils avaient quand même des moyens de savoir quelle était la différence de valeur entre le Soleil et la Lune. So another question coming from that is, how the astrologer knew what was the meaning of each planet? How they discovered the significance of each planet?
Yes.
By what method? Originally, I mean. Comment est-ce que les astrologues hindous ont découvert que chaque planète avait telle et telle signification?
Astrologer, actually, in starting, they did not take very much part to understand the planet. Rishi, Saj, Yogi, they meditate and possibly they go on to astral traveling or they go on to somewhere to understand this planet. After they talk their experience, and finally some mathematician like Ramanujacharya, Aryabhat, they create this principle. For example, how to put satellite in orbit. This is very old principle Indian people know, and this scientist, this mathematician called Aryabhat. This is Aryabhat principle. We already know how to put one satellite out of Earth, how much force it needs. So how they find it? Because definitely without technology, without NASA, without any big organization, they were very advanced to understand.
Donc la réponse de Rajeev, c'est que il y avait la capacité de faire des voyages dans l'astral et d'arriver par méditation. Enfin, il y avait plusieurs façons de comprendre le rôle de chaque planète, mais ça demandait des capacités que on a. There were faculties that we do not have today.
Yes, we don't have. We are missing this faculty. Before it was. Otherwise, by naked eye, you cannot see many stars, many things. They don't have binocular that time.
No.
But they create because they are Sukshma Sarir, subtle body. Like core subtle, it gone to another side of solar system.
Donc ils pouvaient voyager dans l'espace en quelque sorte. But until today, Vedic astrology does not accept the planets after Saturn.
Because is the reason because after we lost these people who were very intuitive and who can do. So new astrology did not add. We did not add anything from astrology from many thousand years.
Yeah.
We did not add anything.
Voilà. Donc la raison pour laquelle les astrologues hindous n'ont pas accepté Uranus, Neptune, etc., c'est parce que c'est une toute autre époque et que les astrologues n'ont plus la capacité de déterminer la signification de ces nouvelles planètes. Mais
But we create one assuming planet, our own Rahu and Ketu,
oui,
head and tail.
les nœuds de la Lune. Oui.
So we create some assuming
Voilà.
planet.
So it is also something more, but you have also dasas with Rahu and Ketu.
Yes, Dasa, Rahu Dasa, Ketu Dasa.
So you have not, you don't have only the 7 planets. You have
Nine
nine planets,
and 9 Dasa.
including the dragon head and tail.
Yes, Rahu Ketu.
And also you do not when you calculate from the stars, zodiac of the stars, not the zodiac of the seasons.
No, stars, nakshatra stars.
So there is you give importance to the stars.
Yes, it's much important because.
And you think that the astrology connected with only the spring and the seasons is not proper. The astrology of the Western astrologers,
yes.
which calculate the signs from the seasons,
Yes, I
is
think
not exactly acceptable.
Yes, actually, Western astrology has one limited direction.
Nirayana,
Because they fix everything. According to they put one sun is important center of astrology, and the month period, time 21 to 21 March is this, after this sign. So they are very much in fixation.
Les astrologues occidentaux ont tendance à tout fixer, à tout figer.
Yes, but we don't have this idea of fixation because our astrologically Rashi, zodiac sign come after. First is nakshatra. Nakshatra fix Rashi, and then we can see more things in astrology.
Yes.
So
I would like to come back to this question I asked you at first. To know the dasa, you have to find what is the nakshatra, where the moon is when you are born.
Yes.
Because the moon is, as you said, the moon is what for us it is the sun, for you it is the moon.
Yes, moon.
So where is my moon will tell you what is my nakshatra,
yes.
And if you know my nakshatra,
yes,
you will be able to
dasa.
determine the sequence of the dasas for all my life.
Yes, it is automatic.
It is automatic. Yes.
Created.
Yes.
Like moon is in Tula, like Libra. So definitely nakshatra is Swati. After Swati means now it becomes Rahu. So we can see in this.
I try to understand how many moon signs do you have?
Same like sun sign 12.
You have only 12 signs?
Yes.
And how is it possible? You have 12 signs? Yes, you have 12 signs,
but
and the moon will remain...
there is permutation combination. Moon sign, nakshatra has permutation combination, and that create dasa.
So yes, during 1 month, the moon will stay in the 12 signs.
Yes.
As in Western, it is for 1 year. The sun will remain 1 month in each sign, but in the moon's astrology, the moon will remain only 2 days.
Yes, 2.5 days.
2.5 days.
Maximum 2.5 days.
So every 2.5 days, you have a different sign.
Yes, definitely, because moon changing every 2.5 days.
Yes, I know. Yes.
And
Donc,
50 days it
il faut préciser ce point, c'est-à-dire que les astrologues hindous disent aussi qu'ils sont de tel et tel signe, mais le signe change non pas tous les mois, mais tous les 2 jours et demi. Every 2 days and a half, you move to another sign. Et donc c'est la position de la Lune qui va déterminer la cyclologie, qui va fonder la cyclologie indienne et qui va déterminer donc it is important, I suppose, when a child is born, as you said, it is important to know what will be his first dasa, because it will mark his life for a long time, for all his youth, for instance.
Dasa.
Donc le dasa du début de la vie est quand même important, puisque chaque dasa dure au moins en moyenne une dizaine d'années.
But also we have another thing to go deeper, is called Garn, like Vaisya Garn, Manusya Garn, traits. Garn means traits. And then Yoni, which Yoni, Ashva Yoni, Majar Yoni, then Yog, like Karan Yog. So there are more detail inside.
Yes.
And this detail also has for marriage also.
Marriage, yes, marriage.
This
important, the role of the
Nadi, Atyan Nadi, Adi Nadi, Teen Madhya Nadi, three kind of Nadi, Garn, Vas, Yoni. This all help to be matched with other people also.
So the question that you are asking, in fact, is today our Indian astrologers in India are still important in Indian society?
Yes, it's still important.
Do they still are active about marriages, for instance?
Yes, definitely. Mostly Hindu, Kshatriya, almost Hindu family, they consider to astrology.
Until today?
Yes, because very important for them to have procreation, to have family. And Adi Nadi, Anta Nadi, if Nadi is not making right, it creates problem in procreation. For example, why? Because deeply, same like science, RS factor negative in blood or RS factor positive in blood. If it's not meeting with positive, negative, same thing like Nadi. So you don't check blood sample, you can check by astrology. If Nadi is fit with each other, it creates procreation. If Nadi is not fit, you can go and check with blood sample, it will be same report.
Donc le rôle des
scientific also sometimes.
Oui, le rôle des astrologues hindous, c'est d'organiser les mariages. Beaucoup de familles encore en Inde accordent de l'importance, notamment pour que le mariage débouche sur des enfants, sur la procréation, et donc ils ont des techniques de compatibilité entre les nadis pour savoir si l'union va être féconde ou pas. If the couple will bring many children.
Yes.
It is the only point which is important. It is not important if the people are well together in life. It is only the fact that they can have children.
No, they check. According to compatibility for Hindu family, they want to minimize divorce. In culturally they don't like to have divorce.
Yes.
Éviter
les divorces.
Yes.
Évitons les divorces.
So better to find compatibility that create prosperity in business, happiness in family with elder also, because family not means only husband wife in India. It's one family. It's one unit.
So you have to connect two charts together.
Yes.
To see
yes.
The chart will. So you have the first chart, and then when you get married, you have a second chart, which will also.
Man-woman chart together is called male milapak. Male milapak is very important.
C'est une synastrie, une sorte de
yes.
charte composée des deux personnes.
And they are 36 guna, 36 traits. So maximum trait has to be positive, like 80%, 90%. If they are fit, then it's good to.
So you have a checklist. How many points are compatible?
Yes.
And if you do not have enough points,
yes.
you say I don't leave them
yes.
to get married.
Yes. and some point are important to check if they are negative, like Nadi and this, so they immediately also Mangal Vichar. Mangal means the Manglik. Some astrologically some people are Manglik. Manglik means who has very strong effect of Mars. It's called Manglik.
Yeah. My next question, Rajiv, is what is the knowledge of astrology in the public in India? What level, what knowledge, the basic knowledge everybody has? What they know? That we have not spoken about what the astrologers know,
yes.
But what the public knows about all this.
I think public in two ways. Number one, when they consult to astrology and they listen this name, Mars is strong, this person cannot rise because he has this Saturn period, so they get some superstition also in life.
Yes.
And then they go temple of Saturn to put oil, sesame oil to Saturn. There are many temples. And very interesting thing, more big city people are more superstition, like Delhi, Jaipur. They go every Saturday to put oil to Saturn, to one planet.
Because Saturn is a planet of this day.
Yes,
And
Saturn.
Venus is a planet of Friday.
Yes.
And Mercury is the planet of Wednesday.
Yes, but Saturn is planet, for me, is a great planet because it brings spirituality. But Saturn can bring also slave also. Person can slave also. Or slave means person can get job. Servant. Servant means slave. So it can get public job, it can get private job. If Saturn is weak, they cannot get job. So people are afraid of Saturn because if Saturn it's angry, so people don't have.
Donc, si je comprends bien, j'ai demandé à Rajeev si le public indien connaissait l'astrologie. Apparemment, il y a une astrologie populaire assez simple, notamment liée au jour de la semaine, aux planètes pour chaque jour, et il y a des temples pour chaque planète. So there are planets for each of the of the 9 planets.
Yes.
Even for Rahu and Ketu, you have
Yes,
temples.
we have temple, but 2 temples become more famous in India: Saturn and Mars. Because Mars is very aggressive. Mars can create accident, loss of money. So people are afraid of this.
They want to have the protection.
Yes.
They want to be in good relation with Mars.
Because these 2 planets make very much difficulty.
Yeah, they are 2 malefic planets.
Yes. Yeah. So Mars, they go to Hanuman, monkey.
Oui.
So every
Hanuman pour Mars.
Mardi,
Every Tuesday.
Yes, every Tuesday they are full of people in God of Hanuman.
Yeah.
And Saturday is Saturn temple.
And what is the person who is the entity for Saturday?
Saturday is Saturn temple. Saturn, God Saturn.
What about Ganesha? He corresponds to one of the.
Ganesha is Mercury, Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
But people are not afraid of Wednesday, Monday.
So they are not praying.
Friday is very cool. But
donc le mardi et le samedi, qui sont les jours de Mars et de Saturne, il y a beaucoup de monde qui va prier dans les temples de Mars et de Saturne parce que ce sont des planètes dangereuses, maléfiques. Et pour les planètes qui sont bénéfiques, finalement, il n'y a pas beaucoup de gens qui prient parce que on n'a pas grand-chose à craindre d'eux. So the public knows very well about the connection between the day and the planet.
Yes, they do fasting also.
Everybody in India knows that Wednesday is the day of Mercury.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
But it is a very, very very simple astrology.
Yes, simple strategy to you make happy to this God and your planet become better.
You see, because in France, you know that we have the names of the planets. We know them very well because it is the name of the days.
Yes.
You don't have this in England, in India, because in India they have taken the English names.
Yes.
And English names are not connected with the mythology of the planet.
No, we don't use English name in India. Yeah, people have Hindi, Sombar, Mangalwar, Budhwar.
So you have the same correspondences that in France.
Same.
Saturn is connected. Yeah, okay. So we have this in common.
Yes.
So even in France, you have the same references.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. When you are in France, you know that also Saturn is Mercredi is a day of Mercury, and Vendredi you are not.
No.
There is no change from that.
No,
so that is one thing they know. They know each day they know what is the planet or the god or something. It's not really a god.
Yes.
What else do they know about astrology in the public?
Also, they know about astrology in public is more related with gods. Like some day is a special day for God. For example, full moon. Full moon also Indian like very much to do fasting. Because they think that day is day of cleansing higher energy. Cleansing.
So once a month there is an important moment with full moon.
Yes.
La pleine lune est aussi un moment très important pour la vie du public.
But it's also divided of different time, different day. For example, Guru Purnima for Maitri, Kartik Purnima, Kartik for goddess, God Kartik, the brother of Ganesha. So depend which time full moon, and they are devoted to certain god also. And Amavas means new moon. They are also important for Pitar, for ancestor. So ancestor also.
Oui, le culte des ancêtres, oui, c'est ça, oui. So people they see the full moon. It's very easy in the sky, or they read it in the calendar.
So we have Panchang. Panchang is called Indian calendar.
But everybody can look at it in the heaven.
Yes, they look, and also in Indian Hindi newspaper, they write every day Murata, what date, what Panchang, what festival.
Yes.
They write every day in Hindu calendar every day in newspaper also.
So when someone goes to the astrologer, is to know more about it.
Definitely, astrologer.
For marriage, for instance, he cannot do by himself. He has to consult an astrologer.
Astrologer in India, as you can see, in West is psychologist. They are doing same role. In India, psychologist nobody believes. I am also psychologist. As a clinical psychology I study. But psychology does not work in India.
No?
No. People has to have counseling, and these counselors are astrologers. Because astrologer is a bit better, they give direction, they give right.
You mean that in India it is more acceptable or more it's more acceptable to consult an astrologer than a psychologist?
Yes.
Psychologists have no job in India.
Yes, in modern time, yes, in Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, but in village, even in big city, even politician, high level of Bollywood people, still they are dependent on astrological counseling.
Donc en Inde, les astrologues ont encore plus de pouvoir que les psychologues. En France, les psychologues ont beaucoup avancé par rapport à l'astrologie et remplacent les astrologues. En Inde, les astrologues continuent à avoir des positions très importantes pour le public. Et les gens ne vont pas spontanément voir un psychologue, mais ils vont voir un psychologue.
For them also. It's one healing.
Donc ils vont aussi pour la guérison. So the astrologer is also a psychologist and a doctor?
No, they are astrologers. But they are playing same role like Western psychologists. In India, is astrologer, they are doing same thing.
Oui.
But their approach is astrological approach. But result is same. Because they make you heal, they make you less depressive, they give you hope, they give you direction, what people need.
Yes.
Sympathy, they give everything.
Healing psychologically and physically.
Yes, they give direction, they give espoir, they give motivation, they give esteem de soi, self-esteem,
yes.
they give remedies, they give you stones. So person feel much happier to go astrologer than psychologist in India.
You said that yes. Donc en Inde, l'astrologue est quelqu'un qui peut soigner, qui peut aider à la guérison des maladies mentales, des dépressions, des difficultés psychologiques, physiques, etc. Mais do you have also something you know that we have in France? People who are mediums,
Yes.
voyants, clairvoyants.
Yes, clairvoyance.
Do they play a role also?
No, clairvoyance, no, but yes.
Tarot or card reading?
It's all modern for us. It's coming through Osho commune, through some Western people who practice in Goa, Pune, like a modern card, but still astrology is still the backbone of India.
So there is not many people who say I can see things like that without the help of astrology. I can speak about the future
Yes.
just because I receive messages in my.
This kind of maître people, we believe some maître people, but the profession like medium, we don't accept. It's still not very much.
Donc, parce qu'en France, je lui disais qu'en France, les astrologues devaient lutter aussi avec la concurrence des médiums, des voyants. Il dit qu'en Inde, ces populations-là, de voyants, médiums, n'ont pas vraiment de statut accepté. So the situation of astrologers in India is much stronger than in France.
Definitely.
Because they have not so much competition with psychologists or with mediums. No. And even in the medicine level, they don't have problems with the profession of doctors.
No.
Because in France the doctors are very, very careful about people who are not really formed properly, etc.
Astrologer, medicine people, doctor also go to astrologer for consulting their profession also.
Yeah, I mean, is the possibility of working in the medical field, is it controlled as it is in France?
No, they cannot control. In fact, they like very much astrologer. I have seen so many surgeon people hands astrology. Many doctor astrology I did when I was in Jaipur, in Pune. I was working as an astrologer many years there, and all professions come to me. There is no any envy or jealousy of astrologer. They have a great response.
But in France, you have to be careful. In France, about all these questions of relationship with medicine. It is very. You have to be careful with how you speak about you.
But we don't sell any medicine in astrology.
No.
We give only counseling.
So, are there other questions which we have not treated in our discussion? Can you check if we missed something interesting among the questions we prepared? Because I have not.
We cover all astrology. We cover almost all questions.
Yes.
Yes, we cover nakshatra, correct astrology, time birth. This question we did not have. Is it correct astrology, the time of birth? Means how you determine astrology. This means when. So actually, astrology has two methods to understand person. To understand time. One, when person born, it come out from womb, from woman, and then when he conceive. Sometimes we go deeper to understand.
Donc on s'intéresse aussi bien à l'heure de naissance, à la date de naissance, qu'au moment de la conception.
Yes. To understand what is really real birth, because many times it's confusing in India. The person we make astrology and their birth is not written right, because they write after 1 hour,
Yes.
2 hours. So sometimes we have to go to check, to find more element to go
Yeah.
in time of conceive period.
Yeah.
to understand, and then we counter check also.
Donc, comme en Inde, la précision de l'heure, de déclaration de l'heure n'est pas aussi forte qu'en France, il faut qu'ils fassent des contrôles, des recoupements, et donc il y a un travail en amont pour déterminer l'heure de naissance que les astrologues occidentaux, et en France notamment, ne font pas.
Yes. And then sometimes when person old, and for child it's difficult to make this kind of astrology. We have to understand conceive period. But for adult we do another method. For adult what we do, we make, because every time nakshatra and aura change, so we make permutation combination, like three different chart of Lagan chart, and then we find what happened in past life, and when we find this is more correlates with this person, we took this is the right time.
Voilà.
So
donc
sometimes we can do permutation combination.
Voilà, on peut étudier la vie de la personne pour voir si telle heure de naissance explique les